Hello, welcome to the Divinely You podcast, as well as Saradivinelyyou on YouTube. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to my show and sharing and commenting and liking and all of the things. Well, happy Valentine's Day if indeed you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, congratulations. I, for one, am not a huge holidays person in general. And it's not because I don't believe in like the love and the camaraderie and that sort of thing. I just think they're overly commercialized and just a way to sell product versus actually, just appreciating the people that we have. Because I can tell you that I love you every day. It doesn't need to be a special day for me. So, and that goes for pretty much every holiday. I think that like there's just something very off to me that we kind of like vomit one holiday and then we vomit right into the next holiday. And so like to me, that's just out of alignment. It doesn't work for me. So anyway, I'm recording this video actually right before I'm going to a Super Bowl party. Yes, I'm going to a Super Bowl party. And let me just tell you, the last time that I went to a Super Bowl party, which was, I don't even remember when, but I probably wore a sports t-shirt or a sports sweatshirt of some type or another. And today I'm wearing a dress and very feminine. And I feel very confident like in that, like I've done a lot of work around healing my divine feminine and expressing myself in a feminine way. And so to be like going to a sports party, I'm going more for the people and the party than I am the actual sporting event. So feels like kind of a departure for me in how I show up and how I express and that sort of thing. So not unlike last year, if you are a Divinely You podcast follower or subscriber, first of all, thank you. But last year I did Single Woman's Guide to Valentine's Day. So I thought I would repeat that for the YouTubers that are now a part of my universe. And for anyone else who might be clicking upon this episode at whatever time, I thought I would talk about a few things that have gotten me through Valentine's Day as a mostly single woman. I can't even remember the last time I was like with anyone or dating anyone during Valentine's Day. Like it's been a while since that was a thing for me. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 2004, 2005, 2004, I believe was probably the last time that I had a relationship on or around Valentine's Day. And I'll also say Valentine's Day is 4 days before my birthday. So you like the last 17 years or however long, is it 17? Yeah, because we're in 2022, I guess. So 17, 18 years. It does not seem like that long ago, number one. But so this used to be a super painful time for me because it's like the latter part of winter when I lived in Chicago in a colder climate. So like I was starting to really just hate the dark and hate the cold and hate the ice and snow. So it used to be very difficult. But in the last few years, I really started to just embrace this time for myself and just really like give myself the love that I want from a partner. And that's kind of like the overarching like theme, I suppose, is like, especially if you're looking to be in a partnership or in a relationship, when you come around days like this that are meant for like partner love or whatever, like really dig in and like explore like what would you want from your partner that you can give to yourself. So I would be the one to like give myself flowers, or maybe I will like take a hot bath or whatever, like something romantic. Maybe I'll have a romantic dinner with like candlelight or fireplace on Netflix or whatever. You can find them on YouTube as well. But like doing those little romantic-y things that I appreciate and that I would want from a partner, from a man, but giving them to myself. And I'll just be complete full transparency, but this can also include self hugs and self satisfaction as far as like masturbation goes. So keep that in mind as well. And because I follow Amy Fiedler, and she's she's a spiritual holistic healer that I followed for quite some time. And she'll really openly talk about how, loving yourself in the way that you want a partner to love you will actually attract that partner that much faster. And so, but what I see a lot is people kind of, well, I have to have a partner for this and I have to have a partner for that. And I think one of the things that I would like to really invite you to take a look at if you're single and you're looking for that partnership is to really do for yourself those things that you want a partner, because how do you know what you want from your partner, from a potential partner, if you don't know what you like, right? If you're just sitting around waiting for him or her to show up and love you, how do you want to be loved? What do you want from your partner? What do you want from even your relationships? That's kind of been like my work for the last probably 6 weeks or so, is really like shifting my relationships, because like it's not only what I want from my partner that matters, but it's what I want from other people as friends or whatever, to matter. So really that's kind of the overarching thing, is turn this time of year into self-love, self-care, really honoring yourself and what you want. Whether, if like I said, if that's flowers or a dinner or a hot, a soak in the tub. Maybe you want to just spend the day like in the park. Maybe you want to spend the day playing in the snow. Whatever that looks like for you, that's probably the biggest thing that I would invite you to do. Take time to journal. Maybe, like I said, if you're trying to attract a partner, if you're wanting to attract a partner, take the time to journal, maybe calling him or her in and saying, like, here's my conditions of satisfaction. Here's what I want in that partner. Who do I want to spend some love time with? Who do I want that person to be? What do I want them to look like? Maybe physically, but also like, mentality and things like that. So take the time to journal, and take the time to be grateful for whatever relationships that you've had that have led you to this moment of being able to say, I actually really want this in my partner and not that in my partner, or whatever. So be grateful for the previous partners that you've had who have shown you what you don't want or shown you how you don't want to be treated. Because that's important too, is to really acknowledge where you've been and what you've been through to progress and move into what you want and what you want to go through in the next relationship. And so I, for one, have been refining my conditions of satisfaction for definitely the past 3 years. I have a list and I kind of go through it every once in a while and, really determine if that's what I really want in a man, or if that's something that I can be flexible about. And be in a positive light. If you speak like, so the universe does not acknowledge negative positive. It's all positive to the universe. So if you say you do not want a smoker, for example, you will attract a smoker, because the universe doesn't acknowledge the no part. So maybe you want someone who is healthy or has healthy habits, or whatever. Like maybe that's a way to word it, but you really want to word it like in a positive way, versus saying, I don't want this or I don't want that. Say what you do want. Do you want somebody who, works full time? Maybe you want someone who's spiritual. Maybe you want someone who's an entrepreneur. Instead of saying, I don't want somebody who's corporate or a lawyer, or I don't want somebody who's this or that or the other thing. So I hope that kind of makes some sense. And then the other thing is be gentle with yourself if you are emotional during this time of year, on Valentine's Day. If you are emotional, like, let the emotions be, let them settle, and let them sort of flow through. Like maybe you do need to cry some sad tears because you miss an old relationship, or you really enjoyed time with, a person you were previously with, or whatever. Really allow those emotions, be gentle with yourself and compassionate with yourself to allow those emotions to come through. So yeah, like I said, this day for me used to be really painful, because it is just days before my birthday. My birthday's on Friday, the 18th, if anybody wants to know. So it used to be a really, jarring time, because, I'd see all my friends and their boyfriends and husbands and doing all the fun Valentine's things. And I just decided that I didn't want to be miserable on Valentine's Day. Like if I was going to have to be a part of this world that has Valentine's Day, then at least I'm going to enjoy it and do it how I want to do it. And, really treat myself and love myself the way I want my partner to ultimately love me back. So, anyway, I hope you found this to be helpful. I get that this could be a really tricky time for lots of people, and there's lots of energy. You know, we do have a full moon this week in Leo, and Leo is just really fiery, but Leo is also a lot of love energy. And so there's a lot of that coming through this time of year as well. So gotta love that Leo energy. It's super fiery, and I can be super intimidated by Leo energy. But if you found this to be helpful and you are looking to improve your self-love, self-care, self-worth, I would love to connect with you. I do work as a one-to-one coach, and I work with people around taking care of themselves and their well-being and self-love, and learning how to, take responsibility and take charge of your life, and how you really do want it to go, whether it's on your own or, empowered on your own or with a partner, because you get to have it both ways. So thank you for tuning in. This was, I love doing this episode. I think it's just, for me, it's kind of an honor to be able to like share how empowered I have become as a single person. I used to be just super painfully lonely, and I definitely don't feel that way anymore about my life or myself. So anyway, I hope you like have a great experience with Valentine's Day, with self-love, with healing, and all of the things. And yeah, thanks so much for tuning in to the podcast, to Saradivinelyyou on YouTube. Please feel free to share this with anyone who you think it might resonate with. And you can always reach out to me at sewcoaching@gmail.com, or you can comment on the videos if you have questions or thoughts that you want to share or whatever. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys the next time on the show. Bye. Oh, I hope I did it.